Good evening. Welcome to Fast Forward. This evening, we have chosen a topic, past revivalism, rhetoric or reality. And with me to discuss on this topic is Encik Nasharuddin bin Mat Isa, a 42-year-old past steward who quite recently was elected as the deputy president of PAS at the age of 42. Encik Nasharuddin graduated in law from Jordan University and finished his master's in comparative law at the University Islam Antarabangsa or International Islamic University of Malaysia. And he was from 1999 to 2004 a member of parliament for Yan, and that's where we met. And welcome to the studio, and congratulations for your good win as a deputy president. You have, I think, in that category, was really facing a formidable challenge by Hassan Shukri and Dato' Halim. So, how do you feel when you went into the fight for deputy president? How confident were you? What made you sort of went for that sort of high position as deputy president when you were only made secretary general for only a short while before that?
Thank you very much, Dato', and a very good evening to everybody. First of all, thank you very much for this invitation to this Fast Forward, and thank you very much also for your congratulations. What made me go into the number 2 post in PAS is as simple as, as there were demand, there were very high demand from the members that they want to see some changes in the party. And when the most popular Dato' Haruddin says that he's not going for the number 2, and I think that is an opportunity for me not to be left just like that. So I took the challenge, and here I am. Yeah.
Where was there need for change, for such a drastic change? Was it because of the previous performance of the general election of where PAS support was strongly eroded by the voters, and you did quite badly in Terengganu? You lost the state government, and I think the presence in parliament has been reduced substantially. Yeah. Can you tell us more about?
We have conducted what is known as a post-mortem right after the election, and we came out with several recommendations from that report, where which one of the recommendation is that PAS need to have a new image, as such that in order to come into the real politics of Malaysia, this image has got to be changed. And in that process of change, many recommendations again were made, even by the members, saying that among the way that we should change is not just the physical image of PAS, but also the approaches that PAS take. And with that, I think I'm going to try all my best with this trust given to me by the members, by the delegates in the last election of the party, try to work with this new lineup of the leadership of the party, where which for the last 2 weeks now we have been sitting down, we have been strategizing ourselves, we have been looking into what are the pros and the cons, and what are the things to be done, what is not to be done, what is to be said and what not to be said. So I'm quite confident that with this new lineup that we're going to face the challenges of the coming years, especially for the next general election, in a better position.
Okay. Yeah. Now, there was a sea change in PAS in the 1980s when Datuk Sri Haji Hadi Awang went in as deputy president. There was so-called Young Turks. Following what happened in Iran, the revolution in Iran was quite a source of inspiration for this young group in the 1980s. But during that time, the role of the cleric, the theologians, the ultra-conservatives, became very well entrenched. And Haji Hadi is one example. And Datuk Nik Abdul Aziz, as chief of the Mursyid Am, the council of the clerics, was there. So now, another change of a group of young people, and you call them professionals, as opposed to the ulama, which took place in the 1980s. So how do you reconcile this change? Because yeah, there was a change earlier. Now you say there's another change. How is it going to take place effectively for you to come back into the mainstream politics of Malaysia?
Well, first of all, we don't really have that differences between what is known as the conservative and the modernists and the reformists and whatnot. These are all terminologies that are being used mainly by the media. When the real process that is happening within PAS is that the process of coming up with new faces, with new leaders, and with new more progressive approaches. We're not without denying the fact that the contribution of those who have contributed before this have made a very substantial contribution for the party. So how do we reconcile with what's happening last 2 weeks and years before is that we are just using all those who are within the party, whatever experiences that they have, whatever knowledge that they have. In fact, we're going to garner all this into one stream of experiences to be put forward, and then to go into the mainstream Malaysian politics in a more current approach.
Yeah. But I've been reading some of these articles in the local mainstream papers recently after your election, and I can't help but notice the difference in terms of interpretation of the word ulama, what it means. You were saying that even the people who are voted in based on a different academic discipline like economics, like what do you call it, Husam Musa, an economist, and Dato what do you call Hassan Ali was urban or
Planner.
regional development, a planner.
Yeah.
And so is Ahmad Sabu, a graduate from MIT. These are not ulama as people understand them to be the theologians.
Yeah.
But you give them the definition that they are also ulama.
Well, we have to look at it from the literal point of view.